All right, boys. What is the most heartbreaking loss that you've suffered as a hockey fan? This could be NHL, it could be your own high school hockey loss, it could be anything in the world of hockey. We'll leave it open ended. Who wants to go first?
Oh, we can bring our own experience, huh? If that's allowed.
Sure.
I gotta go first.
You go.
2010 Vancouver Olympics gold medal game lives rent free in my head to this day.
Oof. The golden goal.
Yep. USA, Canada, if you're too young to remember this, you're just so lucky. But um, the USA beat Canada in the round robin prior to that gold medal game, ends up losing in overtime. They did send it to overtime. Parise scores with like 25 seconds left, and then everyone knows what happened in overtime. And I just remember that was one of the hardest ones to take for sure.
Mac, you got yours yet? I'm still kind of
Yeah,
thinking.
I do. I'm gonna go with one of the many heartbreaking Capitals postseason losses, and I the years like blend together so badly for me during that time period. I can't even tell you like which year was which, but whatever year we lost game 7, Rangers, believe it was overtime.
Yep.
Holtby's laying on the ice afterwards.
The
I think it was a
Stepan one.
Derek Stepan goal. Yep. I had a full on like meltdown. I was like, we had like all kinds of like caps shit around the house, like magnets on the fridge and towels and whatever else. And I was going around the house just pulling shit down, just demolition derby. Just fuck you. You're not my hockey team. I don't like you. Just really had a meltdown about that one. So.
That one lives also rent free in my head, but it took me 2 years before I could watch that goal because it's on every like
when I see it, it's still pretty
overtime
triggering to me.
like playoff goals list, and I'm just like, oh, I feel like that hot flash go up my spine.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not again.
Yeah, it still triggers me for sure.
Morgan, I want to hear yours.
I have I have one hockey one and one not hockey one.
Okay.
The not hockey one, I from a young age was obsessed with USC for whatever reason, local college, whatever. So the USC UCLA rivalry was very real. And in fifth grade, my teacher was a massive UCLA fan. And we were talking shit back and forth. I think both teams played in the Rose Bowl that year. And
Okay.
it got to the point where everyone in the class had picked a side. It was me versus the teacher, and USC got destroyed. And the game ended, and I remember sitting in the living room of my parents' house saying I did not want to go to school the next day.
Oof.
Couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
That is rough.
The hockey one, this is not NHL related. It is in my silly roller hockey beer league. Uh, this is like last year. It was a playoff game, and if we lost, we were out. And I was playing with my brother, and minute left, we were down by 1. My brother shot it from the point, hit the boards, and I've never done this before. I had never done it before. I haven't done it since. I pulled a Michigan.
Oh.
It never happened. I've never tried. It was like the puck was on in it. I scooped it and I scored. We tied it up, sent it to overtime. Highest moment of my life, and then we just lost.
Oh no.
And then you just lost in overtime.
Yeah, devastating.
That's brutal.
Oh.
That's brutal. I have two. I'll do a personal one and an NHL one. I'll make it quick. Personal one. I know we've had some of my old teammates on the program way back when in the early days, but definitely for me, if you're from the Baltimore, DC area, you're definitely familiar with the MAPHL. It's the, kind of
The Maple.
the DC Baltimore kind of clusterfuck division, basically, that merges all the schools.
The Beltway Hockey League, baby.
There you go. 2014, the Maple finals. My school, Calvert Hall, playing Gonzaga. We ended up losing that game by 1 goal, I believe. I think it was a 2-1 game. That was my last competitive game ever. And the worst part about that was the year before we played that same team in the Maple finals and lost. We knew we were probably going to lose that year. That senior year, we had a really good squad, and we thought we had a 50-50 chance, and obviously came up short. So that one always stings. NHL wise, couple to pick from, but honestly, the one most recently kind of hurts the most. I'm gonna
Say
go ahead.
Kuznetsov. Say Kuznetsov.
No, because we had just won 2 cups, and like that sucked because of all
Oh
you
wow, good
guys.
for you.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say that 2022 Game 7 in the Outer Banks. I was on the show right after it with you guys,
Because it ruined your vacation.
and Panarin just destroyed us, and we blew a 3-1 series lead. And friend of the show, Mark
With
Cotteraro,
Mr. Spicy Pork.
Yep.
he had his
Lloyd
way with
Mang.
me. So that was rough. That was the end of competitive Penguins hockey, in my opinion.